Hey everybody, so some of you saw part A about the Aldine or Aldine Independent School District. What's happening? Just think. A simple ride on a school bus. I rode one. These are the times that we're living in. But what's going on?
Breaking news, an 11-year-old is now facing felony charges for allegedly sexually assaulting a 6-year-old boy on a school bus.
We first told you about this disturbing story.
So we've all heard the story, I'm assuming. So stop and think. The mother, what was she doing? The mother initially contacted the school about her son's backpack. Yeah. Contacted the school about her son's backpack. The school then, I'm assuming they investigate, they start looking at the, I guess the recording. Okay. And then that's when they determined that we have a grave issue here and it's not about a backpack. I believe that's when they determined that the child had been assaulted. Then they contacted her. So can you imagine? You're already busy, you're stressed, life going on, just everything. And then you look up, you worry about a backpack and you realize that we have a whole nother issue here that you had no idea about. And then the sad part about it, they're reportedly thinking that, hey, it's been happening for months. And see, sometimes people think you're really weird, and especially if you don't have children, I remember telling someone, I said, hey, any parent, and to me it's just common sense, but you should have some kind of safe work. You know what I mean? But I know people assume, okay, you go to, the mom's going to work and the kid's going to school. You're going to be okay. If there's a problem, my kid's going to tell me. Something like this here, this child is 6 years old. They think, he obviously hasn't even really grasped what has happened to him. Hasn't even grasped, doesn't understand. So I think, I know people get busy working and you're on that hamster wheel and you're trying to make it. It just shows you can't trust anyone with your child, family members, friends, the neighbor next door, hell to the no, church or the school. You know what's going on. So I hate to say it. Some people, I understand getting busy with life, but you've got to be more in tune with your children. You got to have those conversations. And see, I think a lot of people think, oh, you only need to have those conversations with girls. Nah. You need to also have those conversations with boys. Look what happened here. The fact that 11-year-old is being charged with I believe three counts, it speaks volumes because, see, behavior is learned. And I saw when they put the statement up saying, pray for both the families. I'm sorry, I would only have a prayer request for one. The one that did it, you will not get any prayers from me. That behavior is learned. This child, in my opinion, is demonic. I don't do all that. Well, some counseling. Counsel him while he's locked the hell up. He needs some counseling. He is sick. They already said in another report that he tricked the kid like it was a game. What does that tell you? He tricked and manipulated the kid like it was the 6-year-old, like it was a game. And the school bus driver thinking they're back there fighting, having no idea. And the other thing I thought about, I said, wow, out of all this going on, you're hearing from one family, you have not once heard, which lets you know there is no decency. They are nothing but trash, in my opinion. I said, that's interesting. Out of all that's going on, you have not once heard the other family members speak out of the other party to saying, this is news to us. We didn't know this. We've come to the realization that our child is being abused. The other parent hasn't said anything. Now, maybe they've lawyered up or maybe they're just ignorant. But I thought about that. I said, wow, that's interesting. The other side, I believe they had a statement. But what I'm talking about, where is it have you said to yourself, this is, maybe I missed the video, but where do you say this is news to us? We're shocked. Did you not? It makes me wonder, did they notice what's going on, look the other way? Because there are men and women in the home, and even for women, they'll see the kid being abused and look the other way, but they got a man. That's the part. That's the part. So I believe there was a statement, but I'm like, okay, so where is the part where this is news to you and you're getting counseling and you're, are you investigating? Or did you know your son was like this? You just didn't think it would get out. Then it makes me wonder, the kid himself probably being abused. Then the other thing makes me wonder, how long has he been doing this? Is this child here the only victim? Because let's not forget, it's not like the kid went home and said, "Oh, mom, this person touched me today. Touched me in my personal area." That didn't happen. This was all about. It all began about a search for a darn backpack. How long has 13-year-old been engaging in this behavior? Anybody else want to come out? And I tell you, a lot of parents, if they suspect that, they're so worried about, oh, might be gay or my son appearances. I could see somebody being quiet, unless maybe some money drop. But I thought about that. He's 13 years old, and another report said he allegedly tricked the little kid like it was a game. And on the school bus, other children, it blows my mind. Did anybody else see? Any other kids see? And then I thought about the school bus driver, and I'm not excusing it, but I will tell you one thing. These kids are so bad, don't nobody want to deal with them. Might figure let them just fight it out. These kids are so bad. Nobody wants to deal with them. If the school bus driver saw more, then that's different. But I thought about it, I'm like, driving a bus with these bad children, what do you expect to happen? Seriously. They start tussling up on you. All they got to say is, so-and-so touch me. And then there you go. You've lost your job. So I hate to say it. Can you really expect the school bus driver to go ahead and just jump in? And because it's to the point now, again, my best friend is a teacher. You can't even talk to the parents. You saw the video I did about the one, better watch how you talk to my children with your dumb ghetto behind. Excuse me, ma'am? Miss Thang, how you talk to my children. The community is backwards. You can have a conversation. If you don't pass them or sign some papers so they can get an SSI check, which is extra income, some of these parents will make it real clear to you they want to meet you outside. Go off. Got to call security, got to call the police. This is where we are. I thought about that. So none of the other kids saw this happening. It makes me wonder, for him to trick a 6-year-old into coming back there, has he done this before? That's what I want to know. Has he done this before? I can imagine the horror of a parent. You're thinking, oh, yeah, they called me about my son's backpack. Let me go ahead and get this call. I got to find my son's backpack. Girl, you look up. It's something totally different about a backpack. And I cannot imagine the mother. I thought about that when she said her son was acting gay. I was like, well, even if that's the case, you don't know how she's going to respond to that. Some people have a crazy saying like, they're going to pray the gay away. Some people, I've heard of this here, going to beat the gay away. It sounds crazy to me. It does. It's like, you got to be freaking kidding me. You got to be kidding me. But this is where we are. This is where we are. People got to be more in contact with their children. And then imagine being a single mother having to handle this. And I thought about it. Why do you think she called Quanell X? He's an activist and he's a man. I thought about it. Besides Quanell X being an activist in the city, as I understand in Dallas, in Texas, where are the other men to stand with that single mother? She obviously looks single. I sure as hell don't see no wedding ring. I haven't seen a husband yet. Maybe I missed that, but I just haven't seen it. I've seen her with Quanell X, the activist. I thought about it. Out of all times you really need somebody, you need people to be there, a shoulder to lean on. I'm sure the mother's hurting and crying. And don't forget, she still got to make a living now for she and her son. Where's his father? Where's baby daddy? Are there any other men in the family to stand with the mother? Is it all on her? Is there a grandfather around? Is there an uncle, cousin? You would think black women, child, just press a button and boop, out pops a baby. I thought about it. I'm just seeing her, the only man I've seen her with in these news reports, and again, hey, I could be wrong, but the only one that I've seen her with is Quanell X. And I'm like, where's the rest of the village? As they say, where is everybody at? I don't see them. And it lets you know, with black women, you are pretty much on your own, sweetie. Baby doll, you own your own. And that's why I say, not to carry the seed of poverty is not worth it. You will be faced to take care of this child financially, emotionally. It is all on you. Your life will stop. You can't catch a darn break. What you gonna do? Get a babysitter? Good luck with that. That's no guarantee. Can't catch a dang break. So carry the seed of poverty, and I'm sorry, you're gonna see what's gonna happen. You're gonna find out real quick what's gonna happen. I thought about it, I said, wow, I have yet to see her around some other men besides Quanell X. So what the heck would happen if he wasn't around to maybe discuss this issue? This is your son. So I guess now she has to go to work, still get him to school if he's still going to the school. Then he went to the hospital for medical treatment, now counseling. She got to work all of that into her schedule. Where are the men in her community? Where are the men in her family? Is there anybody else besides Quanell X? And that's not his son. He is the community activist who they call when something happens. Speaks volumes. I wonder how many men the mother was sitting at their table fixing food on Thanksgiving. Did the men show up then? I wonder if she bought a man a birthday gift this year, last year, a Christmas gift last year. Did you buy a man a Christmas gift? Who is it? And where is he at this time of need, in your time of need? Is he scared to get on the camera? Don't want to be seen because, or you say he's acting gay. We got bigger fish to fry. So the point is, who's there for black women? And this here, the situation, I mean, I'm sure she's probably cried herself to sleep at night, and the child has no idea. He's only 6. They're saying he has some physical damage, you think? And the sad part is, it's been going on for months, not weeks. They're thinking maybe back in September. Aren't we like in February? A simple thing is riding the school bus. And then I saw her hands. I said, I bet she's just tired, stressed out. But she has to keep on going. Not just for her, but also for her son. Got to keep on going. Got to keep on going. For her sake and for her son's sake. Is anybody else going to be there? Doesn't look like it. Not at all. A black man gets shot. I wonder if she's going to be out there trying to march for one. Who's there to help her? Say, hey, you're taking off work. You got these doctor's appointment. I mean, let's try it again. This is like your child, not your purse, not your chia pet or, a little cat or animal, family pet. This is your child, your most important investment. Is anybody there to try to help her and say, hey, you taking off work? Are you going to still have your mortgage or your rent payments? Where are the men at? Where are they? Where's baby daddy at? Is she using up her vacation and sick time? This is what happens. Life gets hard enough when you carry the seed of poverty. I thought about it, I'm like, okay, besides Quanell X, is there anybody else male in her family? Can anybody else stand up with this woman? She might need a day off just to relax, take all this in. Heck, she might need counseling. Most do, but we're opposed to it. and the 11-year-old. And like I said, let me backtrack. I think they may have given a statement, or they might have been the one with the shooting. I'm not for sure. So many stories kind of get a little discombobulated. I thought about it. Is this the first time he's done this? I mean, he tricked a 6-year-old allegedly, like it was a game to get him back there, and now this been doing it. Is this the first time? He needs to be charged. I don't believe it. They can fix him, no, lock him up. And in this community, and especially people have different feelings about the gay community. Oh, we not seen nothing. You're gonna be all right. There was a man telling his mother that he was feeling suicidal. And what did she say? Anything wrong with you? Told him to be quiet about it. Well, he killed himself and kills others too. Getting counseling, someone to be there for you, and things like this here, things of this nature. Good luck with that. So now we have an 11-year-old. Behavior is learned. They're going to have to investigate that 11-year-old, that whole darn family. Is CPS should have been, when that happened, CPS should have been at the door. Who all lives here? Snatch those children out. Some parenting has gone wrong. Should have been at that door and taking those kids out. Again, one of our homeboys, he had a child by the preference. And the preference got back. I believe the last one was a white man. She got back with a white man because she was with him. Of course, he's black, my friend. I'm gonna say acquaintance because that's kind of wearing a little bit on me. Then she got with another black man. That black man was serving her with hands and feet. Yeah. So then the last time she got back with a white man. His daughter's being abused. I told him, I'm like, just to be honest, it's obvious what's going on here. I'm like, and why would your daughter, your biracial daughter, half black, half white, why would, I said, when you heard about the guy, when people are contacting you on Facebook, dude, and saying the guy coming out on a balcony naked and your teenage daughter is there, are you kidding me? I said, if he's on a balcony naked, why would he be naked like that? Then all of a sudden, fast forward, let's not act brand new, the child tries to unalive herself. I'm like, she's being abused is what I think. What else do you think? A teenage girl, 15, 16 years old, again, it got so bad she had to be committed. But you proud yourself on having a daughter with Becky. So much for parenting. Having a daughter with Becky, why do you think Becky looked the other way? Well, while they said a state was going to take the guy, it was unbelievable. All mothers don't love their daughters. And she might be seeing her as a young black woman, biracial, competition, wanting something bad to happen to the girl. So I'm like, you can't figure this out. It's not rocket science what is happening here. Seriously, she's being abused. That's what's going on. Now you get it? That's what's going on. She's being abused. But you want everybody to know about your baby mama. Look what happened. When the other dude had put those hands and feet on her, she put it up on you, trying to protect him. So she was left baby mama, then left beaten up. Then she went on back to Dusty Dan. I'm considering him as the assaulting man. I'm like, when they got CPS involved, her parents got a little change. She liked to be, I guess, doing her little slumming thing. Got CPS involved. I'm like, oh, so somebody had CPS involved, and so you mean to tell me within 2 weeks she just ups and unpacks the house and moves out the state? No, really? I'm like, she's not about protecting your daughter. She's about protecting herself. Then was up here caught lying when he's telling me to get the girl on a crazy check. I mean, I think I mentioned this before. Like, what you mean a wheelchair and the girl up here rock climbing and running track? But when she goes to the doctor getting the check, wheelchair. It's fake. Girls so messed up end up being in a mental institution. Becky, Mama Becky allowed that. I'm like, when when it was reported with the school, so you getting messages from Facebook, then a teacher goes on Facebook to find you. That's crazy. Ask her about you and calls you, and all you did was call the school. But see, he hadn't been there. Disappearing daddy. It is what it is. Disappearing daddy. CPS then gets involved. She's up and moved. She doesn't care about the daughter. So the same thing, because these parents, a lot of them, they don't care about these kids. The kids just happen. Don't want to be embarrassed. I don't want that to be said. They're going to take my kids. Plus, don't forget she was getting the check with a line behind. I was like, wait. The kid is sitting up here doing rock climbing on an honor roll and then running track. But then she goes to the doctor. She's in a wheelchair and this medicine and she's getting the check. I said, she's committing fraud. And they did find out about her. So that's a whole nother investigation when they took the kid. Just drama. But guess what? That's how some people are. Again, he thought his purpose was someone until she called the cops and put that charge on him. Actually, 2 charges. All this came out. Like I told him, you haven't been there. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You haven't been there. So you're just gonna show up a person that maybe she's now 16 and a half, maybe 17. Oh, all of a sudden she's seen you maybe twice in life, and now all of a sudden you're gonna pop up and say, "Hey, here's daddy." You don't have that kind of relationship. Plus, the girl has been abused. They've already confirmed the S abuse. It's been confirmed. Ain't no guessing to it. And that's why she tried to unalive herself. What kind of parent would allow that? Becky allowed it. A lot of parents are like that. So it brings me back to my point, to the 11-year-old. You really think that some of these parents don't know what's going on? Some parents do. They don't care. It could have happened to them. They just see it as one of those things. So they really, really, really need to investigate the home of that 11-year-old. They just gotta. So he's now being, I think there are 3 charges. Thank goodness. Because I just cannot imagine him being on that bus again with those kids. Anyway, let me know what you all think. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. This is the world that we live in. So it started out with a what? Backpack. And then it turned out to be a whole nother nightmare. Again, I really would like to know, where is her village? Where are the men in the family? Is anybody? Where are they? I would really like to know, where are the men in the family? Where's the support system? I'm not surprised it's a Black woman. And in most cases, they're all alone, left to fend for yourself. Good, bad, whatever happens, you got to work through the wrong. All alone. It's just you. Where is her support system? Where is baby daddy? Again, did she buy a man a Christmas gift last year, birthday gift last year? Where is that man at today? If that's the case, because I don't know. But did she buy a man a gift? I'm just kind of curious if she did. Where is that man at to help you in this grave? This is a major, talk about need. Where is that man at now? Can you maybe take a week off and go to counseling sessions and maybe get some counseling yourself and not go to work? And can he at least try to pay the bills for that time, give you whatever you need? Can anybody do that for you? If not, honey, you ain't got much. You got a much of nothing. You don't have a man, you have nothing. Anyway, I'm out. Thanks for watching. To be said on YouTube. You guys stay safe.